Hey everybody, welcome back to Whisky Central. If you're new here, my name is Shayla, and today we're talking all about worm tub and shell and tube condensers. The worm tub was invented by German chemist Christian Heinfried Weigel in 1771. The tub fills with cold water from the bottom, and then hot water will come off the top. The worm, which is a coiled copper tube, is in the tub, and it's from the old word for serpent. And out of over 120 distilleries in Scotland, only 17 have worm tubs, and I'll put them up on the screen right now. So how does a worm tub work? The worm part of the device is the copper coil. It's connected to the line arm of the pot still, and it will run into a tub filled with water on the outside of the distillery. And the end of this coil will go into the spirit safe. The name of the game is condensation. The spirit vapor will run through the line arm into the worm tub, and then it will condense back into liquid. The worm tub is always being filled with water so that the worm is cooled down while hot vapor runs through it. Worm tubs create a heavier spirit than shell and tube condensers because they have less copper contact. You would think, seeing a worm, that it actually has more copper contact because the coil is so long. But the vapor is being cooled down quickly by the water in the tub, and the quicker the condensing, the heavier the spirit. This also creates a more sulfuric whiskey, but we're talking about sulfur dioxide here and not hydrogen sulfide. There are a few key variables with worm tubs that drastically change the nature of the final spirit. If you run cold water very quickly into the tub, that will make a rapid condensation, which will create a heavier spirit. Some distilleries don't want the spirit that heavy, so they'll slow the flow of water coming in, which will also slow down the condensation, and it will create a lighter spirit. And some places like Ballindock recycle their water, so it's warmer than most worm tubs. Again, this will slow down condensation and create a lighter whiskey. Now, this is a lighter whiskey, but it's not going to be as light as a whiskey made with a shell and tube, but it will be lighter than most other worm tubs. Worm tubs are more expensive to repair, and distilleries will often have to test the water in the tub to make sure that there isn't a part of the worm that is leaking out alcohol. Alright, so that's the gist of worm tubs, but what about shell and tube condensers? The shell and tube condenser was invented in 1825 by William Grimble, and many distilleries started the conversion from worm tub to shell and tube in the 1880s. Blends became more popular after the Second World War, and there was a push to rip out the worm tubs and replace them with shell and tube condensers to create low-cost blends. Because shell and tube condensers were more efficient, they took up less space, and they were cheaper to repair. Similar to the story of the gunk at Clynelish, Dalwhinnie removed its worm tub condensers, but they noticed immediately that the spirit character had changed, so they had to install worm tubs again. Alright, so how does shell and tube condensers work? Shell and tube condensers have a bundle of 50 to 100 copper tubes that are filled with cold water, and they're all contained within a copper shell. When the alcohol vapor hits those tubes, it will condense back into a liquid. There's a lot more copper contact with these condensers, and they create a lighter spirit. Some distilleries double down on this lighter character, and they'll run warm water through the condenser to make the conversion back into vapor even slower. And some try to get the heaviest spirit possible by running cold water through the condenser, putting the condenser outside, or using stainless steel instead of copper, which will make it so that the sulfuric compounds aren't stripped away, that's what copper does, and it also helps aid in the creation of esters, so neither of those things happen with the stainless steel. These methods do create a heavier whiskey, but it's still lighter than the lightest whiskey made with a worm tub. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Whisky Central. I hope this short video helped you understand how worm tub and shell and tube condensers work and what spirit they help to produce. Next week, I'll be reviewing a distillery that still uses worm tubs with the Craigellachie 13 year. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave it a like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Oh yeah, alright. Stainless steel copper, oh my god. Into a liquid. I just bit my tongue. Nope, we're not ready. Spirit. Damn it. Okay, that was better for sure. So awkward. Ugh. It was invented by a Christian scientist. The worm tub was invented by we're gonna start this over again. Oh my goodness, guys. Today is the big day. Aquavitae is announcing, I think he's announcing, that I'm doing the summer V-pubs. I'm very nervous. If this comes out after those, I'm sorry to anybody that had to watch those. And sorry to Aquavitae for... I just hope I don't ruin his reputation. He did not make any of the content, because it would be way better if he did. But he's a nice guy, and he just gave me the reins, even though I'm not good enough for them. Oh my goodness, that was a hard one. Oh boy, yeah. Okay, I gotta go get ready for the Aquavitae stream, last Aquavitae stream. So freaking stoked, you guys. Big announcement. Well, you'll know by the time this video comes out. Summer V-Pubs, guys. Woo! Yes.